Hi folks, I'm Mark Wessel, Director of Horticulture Research at Gurney's. Each week I'll be answering questions from customers about your peskiest garden problems, from mystery bugs on your kale to deciding what to plant and when. If you have a gardening question you'd like me to answer, send us a message at gurneys.com/pages/dig-in. All right, let's get into it. Amy from Idaho asked, what can I plant in September? Good question, Amy. Whatever you plant it as soon as possible and keep it well watered. In the shorter growing season areas of Idaho, you can plant lettuce and radish and spinach and real short season stuff like that. In the longer season, the warmer zones, carrots and beets, which will be marginal, kale, collards, mustards, turnips, will all should do well. Even if they don't come to maturity, you'll have plenty of greens on all those crops to eat, even if you're not getting turnip roots. One thing that would help is if you use a floating row cover to keep frost. You put hoops over your crop, put the floating row cover on it, and it gives you several degrees of frost protection. The next question comes from Bryan in Ohio. How do I deal with September heat and its effects on my plants? Bryan, the first place to start is with a soil test. If you haven't already done one, get a soil test, because there are nutrients that help your plants deal with drought and heat stress. So if they're properly fed, they will perform better in the heat. Also, you start early by keeping your plants mulched throughout the summer and well watered. That will go a long way with existing plants. And just keep plants watered. For cooler crops that like it a little cooler, plant them on the shadier side of tall crops like tomatoes or your pole beans and things like that. The next question is from Judy in Kentucky. Judy asks, I have orange and black bugs that are destroying my kale. What are these beasts and what can I do to control them? Oh, Judy, those are harlequin bugs and they're a tough customer. Bugs are hard to deal with. It's a sucking insect. Harlequin bugs love anything in the cabbage family. Kale, collards, cabbage, broccoli, cauliflower, you get the idea. And what they do is they probe the leaf and suck the juices out of it. And then I think they release something in there, deforms the leaves, and if you have enough damage, it can end up killing your plants. So the best strategy for most pests is keeping them out, restricting their access. So what I like to do is cover my cole crops and other things with super lightweight insect barrier. It's just very lightweight fabric. You just lay over your planting and then you weight it down, and that keeps insects from accessing your plants and sucking. I had some of that on mine. I had one leaf sticking out and those doggone harlequin bugs started getting that. So if you don't use insect barriers, you'll have to use, well, first you can squash them if there's not too many. If not, you'll have to use an insecticide on them, like Soap Shield Plus or another lightweight pesticide that'll knock them down. Good luck. Hope that helps. And finally, Gary from Georgia asked, should I fertilize my garden in September? I've heard it's better to fertilize in the spring than in the fall. Good question. You can fertilize. If you're planting new plants, your late season crops in Georgia, you can lightly fertilize the bed when you prepare it. And you can also fertilize your plants with a water soluble fertilizer lightly throughout the season. Fall crops are often very leafy crops, so they require a little bit more nitrogen. Also, backing up some, you'll really want to get a soil test done, so you know you don't want to overdo any certain nutrient. But yes, it is all right to feed your vegetables in the fall. I hope that's helpful. If you have a garden challenge or a question you'd like me to address in the future video, send us a message at the link below. For more gardening tips and information on your favorite Gurney's varieties, visit gurneys.com and follow us on Instagram and Facebook. Thanks for your questions, and I'll see you next time.